beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So we just started with that, like.
Yes, very nice.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yes.
So Prashant, you are such a great example of integrating all aspects into like having this holistic sense of everything,
Yes.
and that's something quite missing in this world today, where people are not so holistic about things.
Yes, because the word holy is very well known amongst people, like the word holy, Holy. Like everybody knows the word holy, and like people know it's good to be holy and it's very great to be holy, like it's a good thing. But obviously since the spelling is Holy and W is missing, then it doesn't create the actual sense in people's mind, the connection that you can't be holy until you are holy, Wholy. So that W, missing W, creates all the confusion, which happens in a lot of words, and this word is no different, and that's what people are missing. Actually, this that the sense of holiness is connected to wholeness. Like if you don't have a holistic perspective on your life, you cannot go up or you can't raise higher. You can't become holy unless you are holistic.
Okay.
So
Very beautiful.
yes.
And that applies to the word holistic. Wholesome.
Wholesome, yes.
Yes.
Like wholesome is like it's good for you.
Healthy
Whatever,
also.
like you say, like this is wholesome something like
Yes.
grain. Then
Yeah.
it's good for you. Like so,
Yes.
without being whole, like nothing is
Yes.
good. So like I mean, even life is a holistic thing. Life you cannot divide in this. You have to like obviously do a lot of things in life, and it has to be holistically integrated. Like for example, like even how you use your body, then like your posture will come into it, then your diet will come into it, then your living environment will come into it. There's so many things which will come, and what you speak, and what is the context of what you speak, what is the quality of what you speak, or what is the content of what you speak.
Yes.
So all of that
Yes.
comes into play. So there's a whole holistic picture. Like right now, we have a world where people are into specialization, and people are into like creating different subjects, and so where subjects don't meet each other. Like so you have Ayurveda, it's not meeting yoga, it's not meeting Jyotish, it's not meeting science, it's not meeting music, it's not meeting so many other things, like so creating all these things, like even whatever modern things which have been created, like geology, botany, this strange
Master degrees on that.
yes, and that kind of thing is sort of taking away from wholeness, because specialization means like you are not concerned about wholeness
Only a
first.
small part.
Yeah, because I mean you can't really do those things until you live in a holistic way first. Any kind of learning or real learning or knowledge is not possible until you have some basic holistic way of living and discipline with your body and self first.
Beautiful.
So
But we are here now in Sweden. Very kind of you to come to Scandinavia, first to Sweden. And as there are many, especially in Norway and Sweden, and the biggest problems that we see into the others are they are eating not vegetarian food and a lot of alcoholic usually. What do you think is the worst? What is the wrong effect that can give us to, including materiality and spirituality? What is the wrong?
It's different things, like meat eating. It might have been necessary at one time when you don't know agriculture or things are not growing. But right now, if things are available, vegetarian options are available, then vegetarian is a lighter food. So meat is more heavier, and the thing is, a lot of people who eat meat, they don't actually kill the animal themselves. They don't know how it's going. They don't know how it's getting to their plate. So people should know how any food gets to their plate, be it vegetarian or non-vegetarian. But the thing with plants, it's more easier compared to animals. And right now, people can themselves see like whether they feel they can try a vegetarian diet and see whether they feel lighter or how they feel about it.
So they should feel first in the body, and then
Yes,
they
yes.
can think.
Yes, obviously, first comes your body, like
And then in the spiritual level,
Yeah.
what can happen something bad or in a wrong devolution, or has to do something with that? If
I mean, the thing is like, finally, like when you are doing something like that and you are not cognizant of reality, then you will not be able to do anything for real.
Yes.
So once, that's what the spiritual not like problem is, because spiritual and material are not disconnected.
Yes.
They're the same things, and if people are not going in that direction, anyways, if they're not going
To-
in a realistic way, where they're realistic about everything they do, then
There's no hope for evolution.
the whole spiritual thing is not possible. Evolution.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
that realism
Beautiful.
has to come into, and alcohol is a totally different topic. You know, it's more of a thing like which people think it has its benefits, but the way it's being used, obviously, it'll have a lot of negative effects.
Is it true that to drink one beer, one couple of wine every evening is like very healthy? They say. I know most of people. Is it true? Do you think that?
I mean, it's much more healthier to have a little bit of grape juice.
Yeah.
Yeah, not
Beautiful.
not fermented grape juice.
And old, right?
And rotten.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you rot your grape juice, like you can rot anything. You can rot any juice.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah. And then the fresher juice is always better than the rotten juice, right? Anyone can
Yes.
sort of.
Yeah, so it's not so healthy as.
It's not a question of healthy. They just want to get out of it. They want an excuse. See, healthy part is grape juice, but it does not give you that buzz.
It's like escaping from the reality, and
yeah,
you're having like fun in the
yeah.
evening with your.
Yeah. So they want the buzz. They don't want the healthiness. Yeah. It's not about health. Like,
Yeah.
they're just saying that because, I mean, a person wants to do something. They'll figure out some reason to do that thing.
Yeah.
They'll come up with some sort of
Yes.
reason and explanation as to why that thing is so nice for them. Like,
Exactly.
that's not the reality again. So, but yeah. So, I mean, there are a lot of negative points of I mean, which any alcohol person knows, like what happens the day after and
Because
how you
it's-
feel and how you're losing control over yourself and
Exactly.
motor nerves, and you are opening yourself up to other forces and entities. There's
Yes.
all kinds of thing
Exactly.
which, but the point is like people have to see that for themselves. You know that whether
It doesn't work.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
practice.
yeah, and like finally it is not of any use. Again, it comes down to like not taking care of your body properly, and obviously you can't maintain proper posture
Right.
while
No.
when you're drunk, right? Like when you drink alcohol, you can't maintain proper
People,
posture.
even if they
Yeah.
don't drink, they don't have a proper posture.
Yeah, but
So
after drinking,
after drinking is
it's like there is no
over.
chance.
No.
There's no chance.
possibility.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. So then, so all of that, like, so the whole body basics and everything, you are sacrificing
yes.
whenever you are taking that.
Wow.
And
Yes.
then you're
Sacrificing.
sacrificing the ground for everything else.
Yes. So then it's
The chances to evolve a bit more, they are like
yeah,
gone. if you
yes,
are-
and you're not facing reality on top of it as well. Again, so there's a lot of levels it is
Yes.
harming you.
Yes, here in Scandinavia it's quite bad. I mean in Balkan, also in Albania with the meat eating, but yeah, that's the main problem for evolution, like of the body first, and then the spirit. Like that's alcohol and meat eating. That's all restaurants are like full of, and they just very beautiful of you to say that they should think when they eat the meat how
Yeah,
it's
and
prepared.
lot of the thing is, yes, if they are obviously killing the animal themselves and then they are doing the whole thing themselves, that will be a different story. Like,
Because that
Yeah.
is also karma. Is it a karma if you like eat, even if you don't kill the
Yeah.
animal? Is
I
it?
mean, obviously it's a karma,
Yes.
but the thing is that finally what you're doing with that energy and everything comes into play. But once you are doing that kind of thing, people usually can't utilize that energy properly anyways.
Exactly.
Have you done a sacrifice, you've killed an animal, then you better do something proper with that.
So
You know,
you
yeah.
use the energy in a good way.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
is-
yeah. But that's not possible for most people anyways.
No.
You know, because they don't know what to do, and that energy is too hard to handle.
Yeah,
It's more tamasek. The energy of that is more tamasek. So tamasek energy can be handled, but for most people it's tougher to handle.
Yes, yes.
So that's why I'm not suggesting that. Like, obviously there are some people who are living in certain conditions, like Eskimos.
Yes.
Now they can't eat vegetarian, but that's fine for them as long as again they use that energy in the right
proper way.
in the proper way with their
Beautiful.
posture, with it, and other things like PBS, which I teach. You know, so
Yes,
if they,
PBS.
if they use that energy, but it remains to be seen if any of those people can actually do that. You know,
Yes.
but vegetarian food is easier, definitely. to do those things with. But that is a more easier, lighter path, and you obviously feel healthier.
Yes.
You know.
So if one does PBS,
Yeah.
in the same time they are like meat eaters and stuff, does it work? Like, it is impossible, right?
The point is, it is harder. Yeah, but if someone is doing that, they have to have very good reasons of doing that. Like which I gave already, like that they can't get any fruits or vegetables or lentils or flour or grains or nuts out there. Then only, then it's understandable that you do that.
What they have, whatever they have around.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Grateful for your answer.
Yes.
And people are a lot into Jyotish and Ayurveda and things like that, but they're not doing it in a holistic way.
Yes.
What is the way to approach these divine sciences in a holistic way?
The thing is, before you approach any of these Vedic sciences, you have to be living a Vedic way of life already. You have to have respect for body, posture, control, discipline, all of that first. It's not just like you are just taking some book and just reading it in any way posture you want, and you just think something is going to come to you and you learn something. That's ridiculous. Like, it's not going to happen.
That's not real learning.
No, you're not in a position to learn. You have to prepare yourself to learn. Like with the human body, it's an instrument. You have to prepare that instrument properly, which then prepares your mind.
Exactly.
Once you prepare your body, then it prepares your mind, and then you can learn. And that thing, and then you'll come to know what is nonsense, what is sense, what makes sense, what doesn't make sense. You develop discrimination. Okay, I mean, right now, all of these things are filled with all kinds of nonsense and falsehoods and unrealities. So any person who is going into that, how will they know that what is real and what is not real?
They think they know,
Yeah.
because they think I'm smart, I have done this master degree, and I don't need any PBS or the right posture of the body, and my mind is quite good. But they don't understand that the mind should be like separated from the body.
The thing is, in this reality, most people don't know anything about this reality anyways. If their mind was so good, they would know what happens after death. They would have answers to every kind of question, which they don't have any answers to any kind of questions, actually. And any people who think they know something, then questions can be asked of them, like which will prove that they don't know anything. Yes. So that is just an illusion and a delusion. I mean, anybody can stay in delusion, and that's up to them. It's a free will. It's a choice.
They have the free will
and choice to stay in the delusion. But obviously, that will have its
they say it's the destiny.
consequences.
It's the destiny who decides. Like if something bad happens or surroundings, they say that it's destiny. But
but that destiny has been created by them only. Whatever they are calling destiny has been created by them only.
Beautiful.
So,
so destiny is controlled by ourselves.
Yes, obviously. Whatever you are right now, that's from your past actions. What you do right now, accordingly, your destiny will be in the future.
So, past actions, it can mean that the other, like before this life, all of it as a whole?
Yeah, before this life, obviously. Yes. And obviously in this life too. Like if somebody smoked a whole lot and then they get a lung diseases, like nothing to do with it's just something which they done right now, right? It's not. All these things are quite simple, actually.
Yes. But
everything is based on actions.
Yes.
Actions have consequences, like P says all the time.
I mean, all actions have consequences. Nobody is denying that law. I think not many people in this world will deny
we
that.
Heard it only from you.
Yeah.
No man. So there is no so many talking about.
And then people
are important.
Yeah. People are thinking that things happen to them, that they did not cause things to happen.
Yes.
They caused it.
Yeah. But the thing is that you have had a lot of that thing. So you've created your circumstance. So then that circumstance will create something for you. The word circumstance means something will happen to you. Like it might not be pleasant for you. You might not like it, but you have created that. So a person who's not like taking care of that thing and they end up in a hospital, there's a circumstance. Now somebody will put a needle into you and all of that. And you won't like that, but you have created that.
See hospital as a saving place.
So,
like they say, like hospital will save us. Like doctors are like good, and so it's good. But that maybe is a part of a small like hell because it's pain and they are doing things with your body.
One can put one's trust wherever one likes. Yes. You know, it's one has a free choice to put one's trust
And that
wherever.
you have to develop.
But
your-
once you do that, you take that action, then you have to face the music as well. Like,
Yes.
Right.
yes, yes,
Exactly.
So you have to develop the right sense to get to the right,
And that
what you
is
should value and what you
with-
should put your trust in. And what
yes,
you-
yes. And obviously for that, if people are connected to nature more and they're more grounded and if they have discipline,
Yes.
then they have much more chance of being
Yes.
having that discrimination
Yes.
than a being who is not
Yes.
any of those
Yes.
things.
So
That's-
nature teaches a lot by
Common sense.
common sense. Yeah.
Yeah, natural common sense.
Yes. Yes.
Beautiful. We have read it in your book, and which are coming soon in other languages. And this, it was a big discovery that if you connect with nature, and connect with nature doesn't mean that you go on fishing, like a picnic, like Scandinavian do, but going out, having fun outside. And we are eating a bit chicken, but we are vegetarian because we are not eating red meat. So that's quite quite bad situation.
Yeah, I mean,
in
connecting with nature is obviously very different. You have to ground, you have to touch the feet on the ground, and you have to have a respectful attitude,
Yes.
not a sort of a conquering attitude. Like, you have to have a respectful attitude, like that you're respecting that
You
space.
can observe and touch the trees.
Yeah, wherever space you are in, like it's more about respecting the space.
Yes.
And
Beautiful.
yeah, so there are different attitudes in which you can be in nature, and a more respectful attitude, a more appreciative attitude is the attitude required.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Beautiful.
And also understanding and seeing the holiness of nature.
Yeah.
Because it's a holistic thing,
yes,
which brings that understanding about.
yeah, holism as a
Holism.
whole. Yes,
Yes,
yes, like
yes.
yeah, like a forest is a whole ecosystem. It's a
Yes.
holistic ecosystem.
Yes.
The same thing translates into your own life, like
Yes.
same. So you get an idea of that too, like
Yeah.
and how things work together and
Yes.
how interconnected.
Yes.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Yes.
Very beautiful.
Yes.
The topic about Jyotish, because it's meant to help beings here navigate
Yeah,
through their life and destiny and
yeah,
help them do the right, see the picture, see the bigger picture, and know
yeah,
to take the right actions. And like
yeah.
it's made for that. For,
Yeah. And like Jyotish is actually a study of how this whole thing is created and what are its basic governing principles and what are the basic energies, the interplay amongst those energies.
Right.
So it's a more advanced science for beings who are already at a certain level.
Okay. So
Like,
we're-
yeah,
It's first is
yeah.
PBS and
today many people are like into that subject, but they're not on the level to
Yeah.
be able to
Yeah.
get anything out of
Yeah,
it.
it's like it's the puzzle pieces of the game of life. That's
Yes,
so
yes.
knowing that and
Beautiful.
actually like going into that, that's a very advanced topic, I would say.
Yes.
For most
Secondary,
people right now
tertiary.
who have no idea of any basics or any primaries or
Yes.
even let's say secondaries even.
Yes.
So for them to go into that will not give any use,
Yes.
and it is not given anyone any use, and that's the
No.
reality of it. Like
Yes. Yes.
yes.
Very true.
No,
Yes.
starting with taking care of the body is the most important thing. And actually, me and Mathias are trying to do that at least,
Yes,
so people can
So start with the basics.
starting
Yes.
with the basics.
I mean, obviously, in anything
most
starts with
important.
in A, B, C, D. A starts with the A. It doesn't start with Z.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Everything starts with that
Yes.
thing. I mean, even people when they walk first before they run, like, I mean, everything in nature
but-
happens in that sequence.
Yes.
You know, like you cannot do away with natural sequence.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because if you do,
Yeah.
then you are
yeah, going
Punished
against
or-
natural,
yeah.
which is the multiversal energy, and then when you can go against the energy, but then you can face the
Consequences.
consequence.
yeah
Because,
whatever
yeah.
like you can face whatever reactions.
Because
Or-
when you do
Yes.
PBS and the basic, then the energies around the multiverse, they are like with you in positive way. They are like the sufferings can be lesser, less suffering, and body is more healthy, and it goes on the right directions. Like there's, you have a saying, I love it. Like there is no good or bad. There is only energies, and which is good always, and misuse of that energy. This is bad. Beautiful.
Yes. Okay. That we can
Very
finish
nice.
it. Yes.
Yes.
And we can just I do this finished like this thing.
Yes.
It's right. I think we can do it.
You are so kind. nice.
Very nice.
Beautiful. Wow, such a nice atmosphere outside in nature.
Beautiful.
Very nice.
Very nice, Prashant.
Very pleasurable.